10 things you will regret when you are old.
Imagine yourself at the age of 80. You are sitting quietly in your room. Your life is almost behind you. You look at old photographs. You remember the people you loved, the opportunities you had, the dreams you once carried. And then you ask yourself, if I could go back, what would I do differently? Would you regret the mistakes you made? Perhaps, but interestingly, when people look back on their lives, their deepest regrets are often not about the mistakes they made. They are about the things they didn't do, the words they didn't say, the people they didn't spend enough time with, the dreams they abandoned, the risks they were too afraid to take, and the time they thought they had plenty of. So today, let's explore 10 things you may regret when you are old. And perhaps the most important question is not, will I regret these things? It is, can I change them while I still have time?
1. Wasting too much time. Perhaps the greatest regret is simply this: I wasted so much of my life. We often say, I don't have enough time. But Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, challenged this idea. He wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Think about how easily an hour disappears. A few minutes on social media, another video, another argument, another unnecessary conversation, another day of procrastination, and then another year passes. The frightening thing about wasted time is that we rarely notice it while it is happening. Money can sometimes be earned again. Lost possessions can sometimes be replaced. But yesterday cannot be recovered. When you were young, a year can feel like an eternity. When you are old, you may look back and realize how quickly decades disappeared. So don't wait until the end of your life to discover the value of time. Use today.
2. Not spending enough time with the people you love. One day, the people you love will not always be there. Your parents will grow old. Your children will grow up. Friends will move away. Some people will eventually leave this world. And suddenly, you may realize, I wish I had spent more time with them. We often postpone relationships. We say, I'll visit them next week. I'll call them tomorrow. I'm too busy today. But tomorrow is not guaranteed. Sometimes we are so busy trying to build a better life that we forget to actually live it with the people who matter. A child doesn't need a perfect parent. A parent doesn't need a perfect child. Often, what people remember most is simply, were you there? Were you there when they needed you? Did you listen? Did you sit with them? Did you tell them that you loved them? Because eventually, the photographs become memories. And memories become precious.
3. Not saying, I love you, I'm sorry, and thank you. Some words seem small when we have the opportunity to say them. But they can become enormous when the opportunity disappears. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I'm proud of you. Why do we find these words so difficult? Sometimes because of ego, sometimes because we are embarrassed, sometimes because we assume the other person already knows. But don't assume, say it. If someone matters to you, tell them. If you made a mistake, apologize. If someone helped you, thank them. Because there may come a day when you desperately want to say something, but the person is no longer there to hear it.
4. Living too much for other people's opinions. One of the saddest ways to live is to spend your life asking, what will people think? What will my relatives say? What will my neighbors say? What will my friends say? What if I fail? What if they laugh? What if they criticize me? And slowly, without realizing it, you begin living someone else's life. You choose a career because other people approve of it. You avoid a dream because people might criticize you. You remain in an unhappy situation because you are afraid of what others will say. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people are too busy thinking about their own lives to think about yours for very long. The criticism you fear today may be forgotten tomorrow, but the life you didn't live can remain a regret for decades. So listen to advice, respect people, learn from criticism, but don't surrender your entire life to the opinions of others.
5. Not taking important risks. Many people imagine that regret comes from failure. But sometimes the greater regret comes from never trying. You wanted to start a business. You didn't. You wanted to write a book. You didn't. You wanted to learn something new. You kept postponing it. You wanted to tell someone how you felt. You remained silent. You wanted to travel. You always said, someday. But someday is not a date on the calendar. Of course, not every risk is wise. You should not destroy your life simply to say you were brave. But there are reasonable risks worth taking. Sometimes you need to step outside your comfort zone. Because failure can teach you something. But never trying teaches you almost nothing except what might have been.
6. Neglecting your health. When we are young, health feels automatic. We eat badly. We don't exercise. We don't sleep properly. We ignore stress. We tell ourselves, I'll take care of myself later. But the body keeps a record. Years of neglect eventually become consequences. This doesn't mean you need to become obsessed with fitness. It means respecting the body that carries you through life. Walk, move, sleep properly, eat sensibly, get appropriate medical care, take stress seriously. Because there is a huge difference between saying, I wish I had exercised more, and I wish I could walk without pain. Take care of your future self. Your older self is depending on the choices you make today.
7. Not following your dreams. Perhaps one of the most painful regrets is, I had a dream, but I never pursued it. Maybe you wanted to become a writer, an artist, a teacher, an entrepreneur, a musician, a social worker, or simply a better version of yourself. But life became complicated, bills came, responsibilities increased, fear appeared, and the dream was postponed. Then 1 year became 5, 5 became 10, and eventually, you stopped talking about the dream. But remember, you don't necessarily have to abandon your responsibilities to pursue a dream. Sometimes you can start very small. Write 1 page, read 10 pages, learn for 30 minutes, make 1 phone call, take 1 step, because a dream doesn't always need a dramatic beginning. Sometimes it needs only a small beginning repeated consistently.
8. Holding on to anger and resentment. Imagine carrying a heavy bag everywhere you go. You carry it to work. You carry it home. You carry it to dinner. You carry it to bed. And every day, you add another stone. That is what resentment can become. Someone hurt you. Someone betrayed you. Someone insulted you. Someone treated you unfairly. And you keep replaying the event in your mind. Years pass, but you are still carrying it. Forgiveness does not necessarily mean saying, what happened was acceptable. It can simply mean, I refuse to let what happened control the rest of my life. You don't forgive only for the other person. Sometimes you forgive because you want your own peace back. Don't spend 20 years allowing someone who hurt you once to hurt you every day through your memories.
9. Not learning and growing. A person can be 25 years old and already mentally retired. And another person can be 80 and still be curious. Age is not the end of learning. Read, ask questions, learn a language, study history, learn technology, understand other cultures, listen to people who know more than you. Read biographies, read philosophy, learn from your mistakes, because every year should ideally add something to your understanding of life. Abraham Lincoln had very little formal education, yet he became a lifelong learner. Malcolm X entered prison with limited education and transformed himself through reading. Their circumstances were different, their lives were different, but both demonstrate something powerful. Education doesn't have to end when school ends. Keep learning. A curious mind stays alive.
10. Forgetting to actually live. And now we come to perhaps the deepest regret of all. Being so busy preparing for life that you forgot to live it. We spend our youth thinking, when I have money, I'll be happy. Then, when I get married, I'll be happy. Then, when my children grow up, I'll have time. Then, when I retire, I'll finally enjoy life. And suddenly, retirement arrives. But where did the years go? Life is not only the achievement of goals. Life is also the ordinary moments between them. A cup of tea with someone you love. A conversation with a friend. A walk at sunset. A child's laughter. A good book. Helping someone who needs you. Watching rain fall. Learning something fascinating. Sitting quietly and being grateful that you are alive. Don't postpone all happiness until some imaginary future. There may never be a perfect time. There is only the life you are living now.
Final message. One day, all of us will have a past. The question is, what kind of past will it be? Will you look back and say, I wish I had spent more time with the people I loved? Or, I'm grateful I was there. Will you say, I wish I had taken that chance? Or, I'm glad I tried. Will you say, I wasted so much time? Or, I used my time meaningfully? None of us knows exactly how much time remains. And that is not a reason to be afraid. It is a reason to pay attention. Don't wait until you're old to appreciate your youth. Don't wait until someone is gone to appreciate their presence. Don't wait until your health disappears to appreciate your body. Don't wait until your life is nearly over to begin living it. Because perhaps the greatest wisdom is very simple. The future is not promised. Yesterday is gone, but today is still in your hands. So call someone you love. Say what you have been afraid to say. Open the book you've been postponing. Take the reasonable risk. Forgive someone. Take care of your health. Start the dream. And most importantly, use the time you have. Because one day, today will become one of your memories. Make it a memory you will be grateful for.
Thank you for listening to this message. If this video made you reflect on your own life, please like, comment, and share it with someone who may need to hear it. And if you enjoy inspiring stories, powerful quotations, and timeless wisdom from the world's greatest thinkers and remarkable people, please subscribe to the channel and join us on this journey of learning and self-discovery. Keep reading, keep thinking, keep learning, and above all, keep living. Because life isn't waiting for us. Life is happening right now. So don't just let life pass you by. Make every moment count.